Hello everybody and welcome back to the chassis variant series of myself, Critical Rocket, as we're looking at the Cataphract 3D this time, of the 900 million variants of the Cataphract that are currently in MechWarrior Online. So, the 3D, as I've mentioned in previous ones, but if this is the first one you watched, this is the Davion version, which was stolen, basically, from the Capellans when they captured the planet Tikonov, which at that point was their only production facility. So, yeah, the Capellans were kind of knackered for a short time. And during this period of occupation, the Federated Sons had a look, and they quite liked the design, and decided that they could do a better one. And essentially they messed around with it, added a few lost tech bits and pieces of their own, and came up with their own model, which is strangely enough considered the default model on Sana, and I'm guessing it's the default model in the technical readouts. But it comes with an Ultra AC5, 4 medium lasers, and an LBX-10. And hardpoint wise, for you junkies out there, that is a total of 4 energy and 2 ballistics. No hardpoint inflation again. It's very strange. It's like PGI just didn't want to inflate those hardpoints. Interesting fact is 2 of the medium lasers are meant to be rear mounted, but obviously that's not a thing in MechWarrior Online, so it gets an extra 2 forward facing energy hardpoints. Basically, this is kind of an all-rounder. Let's face it, LB10, Ultra AC5 doesn't have a lot of ammo as standard for both of them, so you probably want to look into upgrading the ammo considerably, because it'll run out very quickly, especially a single UAC 5. That does not last long on a single ton. I think that's about 30 shots, and yeah, it's kind of buggered. This model comes with jump jets, which isn't surprising, considering the Capellans do like their jump jets on heavies, and Davion forces didn't really bother changing it much. One of the things that's kind of a it's kind of a running joke against the Capellans, something that Davion like to do, is when they got hold of the Cataphract, they originally tried to sort of farm it out to the Federated Sons military, to the Federated Commonwealth military, as well as kind of a joint heavy mech to use, but it didn't really take off, and so basically as a kind of fuck you to the Capellans, they just stuck a load of Cataphracts on the Crucis March borders, I guess just to annoy them more. Like really petty, dickish stuff that Davion seems to do to Lao all the time. Not only do they kick the crap out of them in in the War of 3039 or whatever, and take loads of their planets and territory, they then just decide to rub it in even more by just going, yeah, you like this mech? Yeah, it's yours, wasn't it? It's ours now. So yeah, basically screw you, Davion, just because you guys can't build new mechs. Yeah, I mean, historically, the Cataphract, as I mentioned in one of the other videos, this is one of the ones, much like the Raven, where the Capellans built their own new mechs. They went, fuck it, we're not going to sit around and use old designs, we're going to make our own. And the Cataphract is a bit of a Franken-mech, built from Marauder, Shadowhawk, and Phoenix Hawk parts, which explains the sort of odd arrangement of it, of the original art. Anyway, if you check it out on Sana, you'll see the original image of the Cataphract. It's very similar to this, but it does have some very distinct, odd little design quirks to it visually. And the original Mini isn't that hot. It doesn't look great, but yeah. What else is there about this bugger? Not really a lot else, to be honest. It's another 70-tonner. You got to keep in mind the low-slung arms, obviously, and the arrangement of the ballistics hardpoints, despite being in the side torso, aren't high-mounted. So you do have to expose a fair amount of the mech to get a good firing angle on things. It's still, I find it fairly resilient, despite the fact that it is actually quite flat and broad. It does have large side torsos by comparison, but I've never really found it an easy mech to kill straight off the bat. Maybe its CT could also be considered quite large, but I don't know. Compared to some other mechs, as I said, I don't think I've ever really experienced it dying any particularly quick deaths because of huge hitboxes. It's usually just because you get focus fired quite quickly. Good speed as well, actually, thinking about it. It's got a good turn of pace on it. And also, stressing it in every Cataphract video, I'm just a bad Cataphract pilot. Do not let the results of these matches, or my low scores at times, be a reflection of the mech as a whole. It's just, I've always wanted to be good in Cataphracts. I just can't ever seem to, follow through and actually be a good pilot. I always kind of fall flat in that regard. But yeah, I would recommend the 3D. It's, you know, it's not the most hardpoint intensive mech out there, but I think its loadout is very nice. It's not too hot. It's got a nice spread of weaponry. Plenty of options for players to modify. With 4 energy and 2 ballistics, you can come up with some pretty decent builds on that. And once they get around to doing the other variants, like the 4D and the 1X and the 2X, there's even more going on with that mech. And if you want to see the hero mech gameplay, I did that originally a long time ago. You have to just search Cataphract gameplay, that's the Ilya Muromets. But yeah, this one's nearly over, so yeah, I'd recommend the 3D. And basically, thanks for watching, everybody. Have yourselves a good week, and I'll see you on the next Cataphract chassis video. So until then, bye!
New target acquired.